Imagine sitting in total pitch-black darkness. You can only hear your own heavy breathing. Suddenly, a voice whispers directly into your ear. But there is absolutely nobody behind you. Today we call this a terrifying mental illness. We use modern clean hospitals and medical pills. But 30,000 years ago, this was magic. A broken mind was a terrifying cosmic mystery. Welcome to the official channel called The Red Tie. Today we uncover the dark Stone Age psychiatry. Step inside the terrifying winter shelter of the Paleolithic. A small tribe lived trapped together for several freezing months. The absolute darkness and constant fear produced severe mental trauma. Sometimes an entire family fell into massive collective hysteria. They would suddenly see the exact same clawed demon in shadows. They shrieked and tore their own hair out together. If a sick person remained completely peaceful during this, the group simply adapted to their unique silent behavior.
A man who talked entirely to old dry trees was kept away from dangerous physical mammoth hunts, but he safely guarded the campfire inside the camp. Survival forced the group to accept strange passive minds. But what if the mental sickness turned highly aggressive? Imagine an active hunter completely losing his human mind. He eats toxic roots and starts attacking his own children. Today we call this dangerous, acute psychotic rage. But the Prehistoric Council of Elders saw an opportunity. They did not lock this screaming monster in chains. Instead, they utilized his blind madness as a physical weapon. They sent the rampaging psycho first into enemy territory. He was a living kamikaze fighting wild cave bears. The tribe used his lack of fear for group survival. Madness was recycled into raw military power. There was another heartbreaking mental tragedy in the cold. Life expectancy in the Paleolithic was incredibly short, but a few lucky individuals survived to 40 years old. Often, their aging brains dissolved into severe, sudden dementia. The old grandfather would forget his own children's names. He wandered completely naked, straight into the freezing blizzard. The tribe did not understand brain cell decay or Alzheimer's. They believed his human spirit had already departed to ancestors. The remaining body was just a heavy-breathing ghost. They treated these confused elders with deep, superstitious dread. They were living ghosts walking among the young. The tribe also faced the nightmare of broken mothers. Giving birth during the Ice Age was extreme physical trauma. Sometimes a new mother fell into deep postpartum psychosis. She refused to feed or look at her crying baby. She believed the freezing tundra wind had stolen her love. Ancient tribes had zero understanding of chemical hormonal crashes. They believed a dark cave spirit was eating her soul. The elders faced a terrifying and brutal choice. They had to save the newborn child from her hands.
The mother was isolated until the bad spirit left her. Prehistoric motherhood was a constant battle against dark shadows. When a peaceful member became dangerous, shamans stepped inside. Ancient humans believed the dark entity was physically hungry. They first tried a high-pressure psychological shock therapy. The shamans painted the sick man with white ash. They forced him to swallow bitter hallucinogenic mushrooms. They beat heavy wooden drums directly next to his ears. They danced around the fire, screaming for many long hours. The rhythm was designed to shatter the nervous system completely. They wanted to make the physical body unlivable for ghosts. The intense sensory overload either broke the psychosis or killed. If the loud chanting rituals completely failed, surgery began. This terrifying medical procedure is called skull trepanation. The medicine man took a razor-sharp piece of flint. He slowly cut through the patient's thick, bloody scalp.
Then he carefully scraped a circular hole into bone.
They literally opened the brain to the outside air. Ancient humans believed this created a physical exit door. The trapped angry spirit could finally fly away into sky. The heavy physical pressure inside the skull dropped instantly. The screaming patient often went totally quiet and peaceful. Shockingly, many patients actually survived this primitive agony. Archaeologists have found hundreds of prehistoric skulls worldwide with perfectly healed circular holes in the thick bone. This proves the person lived for many long years after their brutal stone tool brain surgery was completely finished. Sometimes the operation truly changed human mental behavior. An aggressive, violent man became calm, passive, and childlike. To the tribal elders, it was a literal cosmic miracle. The door in the bone had worked successfully. The hole was a permanent badge of spiritual survival. There was another fascinating evolutionary twist to madness. Sometimes a broken mind was a supreme holy gift. A person who heard constant whispering cosmic voices was not always exiled or feared by the group. If the voices predicted a sudden shifting snowstorm, the tribe viewed the person as a sacred prophet. Many severe schizophrenics became the very first tribal shamans. Their chaotic mental visions were treated as divine magic. They were given absolute respect and high social status. The line between madness and holiness was completely invisible. A broken brain could guide an entire prehistoric empire, but the brutal Ice Age was completely merciless to weakness. If a mentally ill person became a permanent heavy burden, or if the tribe was actively starving to death, the rules of physical survival became ice cold. An unstable person could scream during a silent hunt. They could reveal the hidden camp to hungry lions. In those dark moments, a quiet vote was cast. The secret council of elders pointed toward the trees. The sick individual was led deep into the forest. They were left alone without a protective flint spear. The freezing wilderness decided their fate within one night. Look at your comfortable modern world right now. We have locked the mad inside clean white rooms. We have explained the voices with chemical brain imbalances. But we lost that ancient protective tribal patience. Our ancestors looked at madness with deep spiritual wonder. They saw a direct connection to the giant universe. They fought for every mind with simple stone tools. Hit the like button right now on this video. Subscribe to the unique channel named The Red Tie. Keep exploring the deep, wild history of humanity. See you in the next historical story very soon.